It's okay.
Patrick.
We gather here this afternoon with the family of Trevor Casey to speak to the injustice that occurred on Friday, May 15th. Fear of criminals and distrust of the justice system are real problems in urban areas of Toledo. Distrust of police exists because of a history of conflict and abuse of power among the ranks of the Toledo Police Department. Let me stress that not all police are bad. We have some officers who I personally know and commend for their efforts in serving Toledo. But we also have some officers that do the city no justice at all. They use the badge and authority of the office to commit crime. These are the rogues who must quickly be identified and held accountable for their actions. Let me be clear, this is not an issue of race, but an issue of injustice and abuse of power. And so we gather here. We come in peace, but we come demanding answers and seeking justice and restoration for not only the victim, Trevor Casey, but for the Casey family and the community at large who has been affected by this. While Trevor has been affected physically and bears the scars to prove it, he, along with his family, friends, and this community, shares the emotional trauma that this incident has caused. Police corruption is complex and does not submit to simple analysis. This problem affects us all, yes, police officers too. If we are in constant conflict with the police, we will be unable to deal with crime in our neighborhoods. We need to determine the good and just officers within the Toledo Police Department, make friends with them, and through those relationships, bring loving pressure to get rid of those who abuse their power. We must do away with the yoke of oppression. And so we gather here, not to protest the police, but rather to expose, debunk, uncloak, and disprove police brutality. This is beyond a tragedy. I understand the morale of the Toledo police may be low, and their stress levels elevated due to the recent layoffs. However, police are to protect and serve the citizens of Toledo. And in order to do this, there must be trust and respect between the police and the citizens. And because of recent actions, the trust and respect has been breached.
On behalf of my family, first and foremost, let me say that I am in no way, shape, or form bashing the Toledo Police Department, because I know that there are a lot of officers that protect and serve with honor and integrity. With that being said, there are also officers that abuse the power that has been handed down to them. We know Trevor is not an angel, but he is also not a criminal. What happened on Friday, May 15th was unacceptable and inexcusable. This event has brought a lot of grief to my family, and we just want the truth to be known and justice to be served. In the conclusion, we all can learn a lot from this event. And we'd like to thank Bishop Stephen Ward for helping us out, and all the supporters and witnesses that came forward to tell Trevor's story.
Any questions?
What is Trevor's story?
You have to talk to our attorney.
Is your attorney present?
He's not present.
Well, how do you feel about this whole incident yourself? When we looked at the police report, Trevor was kicking and resisting officers.
That's what they say on their behalf.
Has he said otherwise, that that's not how it happened, or have witnesses said that?
You have to talk to our attorney.
Who is your attorney?
Lafayette Tolliver.
So, you obviously are siding with your brother on this,
Exactly.
being controlled.
Right, yeah.
He hasn't ever given you any reason to search the truth or anything before. I mean, you were with him for sentencing.
Yes.
Can you talk about your brother?
I mean, my little brother, he's 14 years old. He's an average teenager. He has a little arrogance about himself because he can dance good, and he went to boxing classes, so he probably can fight good and everything too. But he never caused too much trouble or too much harm to anybody.
That police report says that he didn't leave and that he was kicking and even hit an officer in the chest.
And I can believe that maybe he didn't move as fast as they wanted him to, but that still doesn't give them the right to do him the way that they did. I've seen guys my size, if not bigger, turn around and fight the police, and they get pepper sprayed or tased so they can subdue them. Why did they have to take some measures and beat them like they were in a street brawl?
You don't believe it when they say that he was resisting. Is that how you feel?
I'll just say refer to the lawyer. My name is Benson Casey.
I do have one question. It happened at 8:25 in the morning. Why wasn't he in school?
It didn't happen at 8:25 in the morning, and witnesses will state that it was between 6 and 7 in the evening.
Tell us how you guys feel. Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
When you saw that the first time, and how do you feel about it?
Words couldn't explain how me or my family feels the first time. It was disbelief that this was happening to my mom's son, a 14-year-old brother, and I don't know. I'm just at a loss of words right now.
What's Trevor's condition right now?
Right now he's doing pretty good. I mean, he still has a lot of bruises. His eyes, you can see no white parts of his eyes because they're bloodshot red. He has black eyes on both eyes, and he probably looks better than he feels right now. But
He was released today, is that right?
I think he's coming home tonight.
Mr. Ward, you're running. What do you recommend?
He handcuffed him. He's about to get the car.
This issue that happened on Friday,
Yeah, he was out there.
has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with me running for city council as one direct. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the injustice that happened here. I would say to the police officers that say they were loitering to define what loitering is. Whether it's night, summer's coming, and kids will be kids. Kids like to hang out and run where their big like a dog and trample their friends. And that's what he was doing. And because the police asked him to move, and I guess they felt that he didn't move fast enough, they threw it upon themselves and used excessive force. And that's totally uncalled for. I want to be clear that this is not about politics. For those who may see this news broadcast in Toledo that want to turn this into politics, shame on you. That's not what this is about. This is not about race. Crime has no color. Crime has no gender. Crime has no social class. In order for Toledo to move forward, we have to bridge the gap between the disparities that happen between the police and our young people, whether they be black, whether they be white, or whether they be Hispanic. And it's time for the leaders of Toledo to come from behind their desk and stand up and do something. Don't just do something when it's election time, but do something when it's necessary.
Somebody's saying that this is about race.
If you go onto some of the blogs, such as Swamp Bubbles, swampbubbles.com, yeah, there's plenty of people that are saying it's about race. There are some people that are saying that it's about politics. And I say to them, what if it was their child? They will want someone to stand up for them. And so,
Have you tapped down on that police report? They say that they're fighting back.
I'm not going to respond in regards to the police report yet. I haven't seen it. But what I do question is that, as far as the family's concerned, when they initially, after they got wind of the incident, tried to file a police report, they were getting a runaround and were not permitted to file a police report, which is not right. According to the video, clearly, he was not resisting arrest. He was in handcuffs. How can you justify handcuffing a 14-year-old boy that weighs about 120 pounds, if that, with two officers clearly weigh over 200 pounds, handcuffing him while he's handcuffed, have him in a sleeper hold, a chokehold, with their fingers up his nose and his mouth?
Now, we don't know what happened before the video started rolling, but does it look to you that he was being choked?
The video doesn't lie, and regardless of what happened before the video, what happened in the video is wrong. The boy was handcuffed. When he was handcuffed, that should have been it. They should have put him in a squad car. They should